Cerie Grimes and Before We Were Strangers.
Because every time someone mentions his name, you gotta mention how fine it is.
I do the same thing when people mention your name. That doesn't mean I don't want to have sex with you.
Who said you don't want to fuck her?
I'm just messing with you.
Tahira Harris in Hollow City. And Ben Tusilla and Become.
For myself. When I don't bend, don't shrink, don't let nobody make me feel small. That bother you?
Now please welcome last year's Oscar winner for Best Actress, Anaya White.
Good evening, everyone. It is an absolute pleasure to be celebrating these 5 incredible women tonight. You all are a gift to this work. And now, what you all have been waiting for. The Oscar for Best Actress goes to Ben Tusilla!
This is the first Oscar winner in America.
Thank you. Thank you. First I want to say thank you to Allah. Thank you to my beloved family watching from afar. Thank you to the incredible friends here with me today. Thank you to my amazing partner and to every soul who has poured even a drop of inspiration into this artistic journey of mine. Thank you for helping shape the path that in so many ways chose me. To even be in the same categories as my fellow nominees is an honor in itself. To witness your greatness is truly a blessing. Thank you. You know, my imagination has always been boundless, creating worlds that felt more extraordinary than the one that I've lived in. But there came a time, around 12 years old, when reality didn't quite match the world that I built in my mind. In my mind, animals, they talked. Humming as you walked by, the sun, it never shied away. And when it rained, the rainbow always followed, as if sadness was never meant to last too long. But the people, they were the best part. They were kind, not just in words, but in spirit. And you can almost feel their warmth before they even spoke. And so after every school day, my house became a portal to those worlds. It was like my own kind of magic. If I wasn't envisioning myself walking down the runway in front of thousands of people, I was acting my ass off in a movie that everybody was watching. I was simply lost in the joy that only childhood could bring. And when I'd see those on the screen doing the things that I dreamt of doing every single day, it was the purest thing. It was untouched by expectation. I felt new, I felt different, confident, I felt fierce. The little voices in my head, my ever-faithful storytellers, were absolutely ecstatic. Because they knew, and I knew, that if she can, if he can, and if they can, then I absolutely can. But as I got older, the magic of my childhood had collided with reality. My father and I didn't always see eye to eye. We argued more often than we had laughed. And our differences felt almost impossible to bridge, especially when it came to my dreams. Creating, telling stories, he saw it as some sort of distraction, a phase that I'd eventually grow out of. And I remember one argument in particular. We were going back and forth, and he glanced at my lip gloss and my mascara, and he scoffed. "You think they're beautiful?" His accent made the words sharp. "You think there aren't prettier girls out there? Prettier than you?" I stood there, frozen, unable to speak, as I felt the words of he was giving me just crashing over me. But then he said something I wasn't prepared for. You are nothing. And at that moment, my magic had slipped away. The fierce feeling that I once carried inside was gone. But it wasn't because of his words. It was because the voices in my head that filled it with these dreams and these possibilities, they all fell silent. I stood there frozen, unable to speak, as each word just kept chipping away at me. But the worst part wasn't just hearing them. It was the crushing realization that I had nowhere to go, nowhere to escape. And that moment did not fade. It echoed through the years. It resurfaced in voices I once trusted, partners, teachers, friends, all of them unknowingly shrinking me. Let it not be my tears that speak for me, but the power of my words and the truth of my voice. The world sees you as a thing, and when you allow people to objectify you, you allow them to take away your power. That day I learned something painful. The world can be cruel, and people can break your spirit without even realizing it. But what I didn't know was that the harsh words that I heard was also the fuel that would light the fire within me. I'd spent so many years trying to shrink, trying to hide the magic that I had, trying to hide the fierceness inside me, out of fear that it would be torn down. But what they didn't know was that that fire couldn't be extinguished. It would only grow stronger. And when you come from a place when no one expects you to rise, when you're told that who you are is not enough, that is when you dig deep. That is when you find your strength. And as Maya Angelou once said, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Look at us now. The dream that we once whispered about is standing right in front of us, larger than life. We've made it. And you want to know what's even more incredible? We didn't just do it alone. We figured out a way how to invite others into our worlds. To show them the magic that can happen when you hold on to what you believe in. To young Bintu, the artist that you are confident, you are different, and you are fierce. Never let anyone make you think otherwise. And now here you all are. You are not just watching. I'm inviting you into one of my worlds. It's a world where we demand to be seen, where we demand to be heard, just like the woman I portrayed in Becoming did. She too put her foot down, spoke her truth, and showed just how